Hi there. Welcome to Lincoln Table, you naughty little imps.
We need dancing girls, mate, for the intro.
Dancing
definitely.
girls.
Dancing girls. Or boys. I'm not sexist.
Or boys. Or whatever there is.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Whatever the other 28 genders out there are.
We're diverse. We are diverse on this podcast.
Hey.
Here's to number 2.
It's the Lincoln Table
Lincoln
podcast
Table.
number 2.
Yeah, number 2.
After our first one that people have watched, Mark. Can you believe it?
How many views?
Up today. Well, it was put on last night, wasn't it? So a day in, we've had 160, I think. So
I'm sure I counted more than that before
Right.
I came out tonight. I thought it was about 180.
Well, we're 180 more than what we expected to start with. But hey, we're back for another one.
We are.
Whether you like it or not.
Definitely. I don't know what you guys thought. We've hardly had any comments. It would be nice.
Good or bad, get some on there.
Just get them on.
Chuck us
We're
a
up
few
for
comments.
criticism. So, get it on there.
We're drinking. What we're drinking today?
Guinness.
Guinness original. Get that out there.
My dog's called Guinness.
Guinness. There, that shows Mark in a nutshell. There, look.
For anybody that doesn't know me, do you know Guinness isn't actually black in colour?
No.
If you hold it up to the light, it's ruby red.
Tastes good.
I
though.
never knew that.
No, I didn't.
I learnt that in
I went. Yeah,
the factory.
Yeah, I went. Yeah, I went there.
St James's Park, is it?
Yeah.
Park. Yeah.
Yeah, really good. Good. Yeah, it's a good trip actually.
That is a good trip.
So how you been then? How's your week been?
It's been good, mate. It's been
Good.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
What you been up to? Anything much?
I did very little at the weekend. Just relaxed, chilled out. Finished watching Cobra Kai, which
Good.
I really enjoyed.
Good.
Yeah, cracking series on Netflix.
Still to watch it. Yeah.
Yeah, if anybody's into the Karate Kid, I'd highly recommend it. Apart from that, is the usual boring takeaway Saturday night.
You didn't push the Friday treat night a little bit too far, did you, by any chance?
I did, mate, to be fair.
I already know, that's why I'm outing you. I'm outing you.
What was it? A caramelised onion sausage roll. Was it a chocolate brownie? I can't remember.
Yeah, and a few other things, yeah.
Yeah, and a few other things.
Me and the wife took the baby to, I don't know why, because we live around the corner, but to Woodall Spa, to the outside pool. And when was this? One weeknight last week. It was ace, mate. It was quiet. The sun was out. The pool was warm. You know, for a moment, we was the only people in the little baby pool, just having, you know, letting the little one have a little play in the pool. And I was just sat there with my arms on the side of the pool. The sun was shining in my face. I thought the only thing that was missing was just a little beer, just a little lager, and I would have been there.
They don't allow it, do they?
No. That's
one
like
glass
and kids and that.
Pool,
yeah. God, kids ruin everything. But I just had that little snippet of being away, being abroad on holiday, and I just thought, I was a bit gutted. Because I've looked forward to it. You know, there's going to be a lot of people with the winter blue, the summer blues in this winter.
Oh, most definitely, mate.
Without not going on holiday, but no one's been on holiday. Well, unless you're lucky enough to have been away. But
I feel sorry for a lot of people whose holidays they were during the year. You know, who love sunshine holidays. Yeah. Sunbathing, beach holidays. I do feel.
Oh yeah, I like England as much as the next person.
Oh, I do.
But
we don't have the weather, do we?
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes
we're very vitamin D deficient, aren't we, over there? So it's hard, and I do feel for people. So what me and Matt thought we'd come up with tonight was our top 5, which will be a total of 10, obviously 5 each.
Where we've been anyway.
Yeah, in the world, and kind of reminisce and
just maybe it might rub it in a little bit more, like with people not going. But
no,
I thought it just gave me just for that split second, just reminiscing on being by the pool, by the sea. You know, I thought, I'm desperate for it now.
And for those people who haven't been to these places that we've been to, it might just give you some ideas for when, hopefully, let's fuck off this new normal when things get back to normal.
Yeah.
Because I'm sick of hearing the new normal. There is no new normal. It's going to go back to normal. So let's just pray.
I'm getting less work done now than I did before, and that's saying something. Now I've got to wash my hands, brush my teeth, and wipe my arse every 10 minutes. I only have about 3 minutes every hour to do a bit of work.
So, is it still 20 seconds you've got to wash your hands for?
I don't know.
How much time does that put in a day?
Yeah, I wash for about 15 minutes when I go to the toilet. Yeah, I wash my hands, but then I end up getting lost in Facebook and that when I'm washing my hands. And
just remember, there are people.
I was going to say yes. I have employees. I forgot. Yeah.
Oh well.
Hey.
Yeah.
But
cheers anyway, mate.
Yeah, cheers. Good one. Again.
Yeah.
I can't believe we're making a second one, Mark, and I'm happy.
And
we're going to keep going anyway. We're going to keep boring everyone. We're going for it.
Long may it continue, mate.
Correct.
So that's And if there's any local breweries that you want us to promote your beer,
a different
we
beer
are more
every
than
week.
Happy. We're going to sample a beer each week, and
even though we're having one a week, we wouldn't mind like a selection of what we could try before we actually come to the podcast.
Yeah.
So we know what we're going to drink in. So 10 or 15 a week would be all right, wouldn't it? We'd get by on that.
I know there are plenty of local breweries around here, so we are up for promoting your beer.
Yeah.
Happy days, and we'll give them good reviews. So there we go. You know where we are.
Yeah. Hey, coming back to holidays, Mark. What can you remember your first holiday abroad? Was it with your family or since you got older or what? Seems as though you're a bit older than me.
It wasn't exactly a holiday abroad.
You're banged up abroad.
No. I've been come close to that, mate. Definitely. Time or two. No. When I was in my early teens, I had a day trip to France. It's not exactly a day trip, is it? It's like 2 days. From what I can remember.
What was it for school?
No, it was an organised coach trip. These old biddy coach trips, and sorry, I keep stereotyping people. With my parents years ago, and my auntie and uncle went.
It won't be long, Mark.
No, not long at all. And what do you class as old?
Over 55, apparently, according to the government. You're old, then, aren't you?
No,
this new code 4. Yeah. Everyone over 55 is old and vulnerable. So I'm sorry, mate. You'll be on the coach sooner than you planned, mate.
It's a load of bollocks.
I can't say, mate. I don't know, do we?
No, we don't know. We just, me and Matt was saying before, we're just a bit fed up with it all at the minute. We just want things to go back to normal. And I'm
fed up of both. I'm fed up of official epidemiologists, and I'm fed up of Facebook epidemiologists. I don't know who knows more or who knows less. I don't many of them know. Hey.
Somebody's losing ground somewhere, mate, because I've just lost. Each week there's something different. Who makes up these rules? You know what I mean?
Well,
but there we go. We've got to abide by it. That's for another podcast. We have got to abide by it, and the quicker we abide by it, the quicker we'll get through it, and
allegedly,
and we will get back to normal. Not the new normal, the normal, the original normal.
Yeah. For anyone taking the piss out of me saying opinion about 50,000 times on the last podcast, that's my opinion anyway.
And me sounding like Vicky Pollard off Little Britain. Yeah.
So you went to France on a day trip. The school took us actually. I don't know how old we were. 14 maybe, 13, 14, 15. But they took like coaches of us and we went to Boulogne and we stayed in a youth hostel.
Did you go on a ferry?
On a ferry, on a ferry, on a coach.
Yeah.
And I think it was a tunnel actually, yeah.
Mine was a ferry, mate.
It was long old, but it was
horrendous. Yeah.
But you can imagine, like, I don't know, to be honest with you, I think it was one of those trips where you had to kind of prove your worth at school for the past, like, for the months leading to it, and you were kind of like threatened with a strike off the list sort of thing. So how the hell that you know a lad that I went with as well who actually currently works for me, who currently works with a mate of mine.
Yeah.
He was also on our trip, and it was absolute carnage. It was horrific. Like, you can only imagine the stress that the teachers went. They must have been pissed every night to get over that, because there was probably like 3 teachers for, I don't know, 2-3 coaches full of, pubescent, the worst behaved kids in the school at the time, all in France. It's horrific. I've told the story before, but like the first thing that happened, I'm sure we went to Paris. Yeah, we went to Paris for a date. It might not have been Paris. Like, the world was big then. I was a small kid. The world was a big place. I was in France. I probably thought I was in Paris. I'm sure we went to Paris. I remember getting souvenirs and stuff. And we pulled up.
I'll tell you a funny story about Paris in a minute.
We pulled up at this port, right? And bear in mind, we were all thick, stupid kids, but we pulled up at this port, and because we all had euros, we were all like we had probably had 50, 60 euros, but we thought it was like, we've got to give him cash for the first time to actually do what we want with. And we pulled up at this port, and there was like some homeless, like French tramps, just living on the. I probably can't call them tramps, can I? I keep forgetting them on the internet. They were just sat on the port, just doing their own thing, like probably begging anyway. And we was all in the coach window. This lad will know this story as well. We was all in the coach window, and we was like waving notes at them, waving money at them. You go, look at this. Like,
mate, you'll burn for that.
I know, but the worst thing is they all came over to the coach, all of them. And bear in mind, there's probably like 3 teachers on the coach, absolutely crapping themselves. Yeah. And all these homeless guys were like knocking on the bus window, saying, "Oh, then we thought it was a laugh until there was knocking on the window, trying to get in the coach." And we was all thinking, "What the hell have we done now? What have we done?" Anyway, they cleared off. We didn't get some. But that was the start of the trip. It only got worse from there. Got worse. Oh, God.
Talking of Paris, back in 2005, I went to see U2 in concert.
Wow, good one.
I can't remember what stadium it was. I didn't have a clue.
A French one.
A French one, yeah. It was huge. It was huge. We couldn't see U2 on the stage. We were too far away. So that's how big it was. And to go all that way and to watch him on a TV monitor was a bit gutting.
Yeah,
but,
usually the case, though, isn't it? On a big.
Yeah. So at this point in time, we had just bidded for, and we had won the to host the Olympics in 2012. Yeah. Anyway, we're driving past the Eiffel Tower on the coach, and what they got, a big banner up. It was literally the day before, mate. There was a big banner up saying, "France, winners of the 2012 Olympics," and we were all shouting out the window, "Yeah!" Oh.
Yeah, good one. Yeah, well, you didn't get done anyway.
No,
yeah, good.
But that was great. That was.
Yeah, I mean, our stories go. I don't think you ever really grow up, do you? But
no, you don't.
The holidays do get a little bit more sophisticated, don't they?
Oh, as you get older, most definitely. Yeah.
Where do you think you rate the best place you've been? Ever since child, older now, whenever.
I have a couple of places that are very, very close to my heart. Yeah. My first place that I ever went to was Thailand. I went to Bangkok. We did a triangle tour. We had so many days in Bangkok, and then
as a couple.
We'll
leave it at that then. Yeah.
It was mine and my other half's first holiday together.
Good.
And we obviously, going back, it was a triangle tour. So we had so many days in Bangkok, so many days in Hong Kong, and then we flew back and had a week, a beach holiday in Pattaya.
Cool.
And for those who haven't been to Pattaya, it's very, very much an eye-opener.
Yeah. A few lads have been, actually.
Yeah, it's... I think it's the Blackpool of Thailand,
yes.
The Blackpool and the Skegness of Thailand, with a few ladies of the night, but
and everything else in between.
I would highly recommend going to Thailand. It's an amazing place. The people are very, very friendly. It's amazing. But it was mine and my other half's first holiday, and I actually went to propose to her there, and I set it up well nice. I bought a ring before I went. Carried it with me. She nearly discovered it in the hotel room trying to get into my bag, and I panicked and I freaked, and she's like, why are you freaking about me going in your bag? I was like, well, and that caused a bit of an argument. Anyway, yeah, so that was special to me because we ended up going on this trip, and we went to this Buddhist temple where this sacred emerald Buddha is, and I ended up doing it there. But it was an absolute nightmare, mate, to get her on her own because we were with other couples on that trip, and all I couldn't get a moment's peace. Everybody's behind me, tapping me. Would you mind taking our picture? Would you mind taking our picture?
I've been in the position, mate.
And
it's
I'm
horrific.
like, why don't you just fuck off? Because I need to propose.
Yeah.
And I was that nervous. I was going to do it on one knee. I just I needed to get it out of the way. And
your other half.
Yeah, I was going to mention name, but I'm not.
Let's leave them out of this.
Yeah.
I think.
And I was just like,
yeah,
that was it. And she did say yes. So, but 17 years later, we're still not married. So
yeah, well,
we need to get round to it. We will one of these days. Yeah, definitely. But that was a good experience for me. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I know that feeling well because
Yeah.
I it's on the list of places. Actually, it's well up there at the top. I proposed to my wife now at Lake Garda, which is we go.
Wow.
Yeah, my wife's family have family in South Tyrol, northern Italy, Austria. You know, that sort of way. They are Italian Austrian, and we go there every year as a family.
Yeah.
You know, Ulster's family. We usually meet up with the extended family as well. But this year was the year I decided to propose, did it all properly, you know, I don't know if anyone knows my wife, but she's on it. Like I can't keep a lot from her. She knows too much actually. And,
mine does.
Yeah,
I
much.
cannot.
Yeah.
I wouldn't get away with murder.
Oh, no.
She knows.
No, you've done it before you've done it.
Yeah, she knows.
So I managed
sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
All I get off her is like, "This is me you're talking to."
Yeah.
And I get that stare. This is me.
And then you have to think to yourself,
Yeah.
shit, it is you, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, I managed to buy a ring. I went with the best man at the time and bought the ring, got it, managed to sneak it, managed to give it to her dad. It was his mission to keep that a secret, which he did smash it like. So we got it all the way there. It was where we were staying in South Tyrol, and that was the day trip we was going there. So obviously was with the other family as well. So my plan was to get there, we'll get to a certain point, we will leave them, as a couple. But all was going through my mind, which obviously came true at the time, was I'm going to try and get her away. Her dad knows, her mum knew. And she's going to think, I don't want to go. I want to stay here. She's going to think I'm just being funny.
You did exactly what I did. Ask the dad before. Not many people do that these days.
I thought it's good. It's traditional.
Yeah, I did it.
You know what? I'm not a religious person, but if I'm going to get married in a church, and I'm going to stick to the white wedding, I'm going to do it properly, Yeah, so anyway, long story short, even though it's already long,
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I finally got her away after convincing her. Almost about to leave, we just had a meal, and she was like, "I think we should go now. Anyway, we've had enough. It's been a long day." All the family, and I was like, "Oh, I've got to get away." Anyway, we broke away at the perfect point. Come down to this little pier, nobody there. The sun was setting over Lake Garda, and the pose perfect, absolutely perfect. It worked out in the end, and I don't think she could. She couldn't quite get around her head how the hell I'd managed to pull it off. She said, "I know everything about you." So if I don't know that, what do I know? What don't I know? But yeah, it worked out. There was no hiccups as it was. But the whole time, I was like you. The whole time, I was thinking something's going to go wrong. I couldn't get away from her. Someone's going to be in the way. Someone else is going to ruin it for me.
It's awful, mate.
I know.
It's
the soppiest engagement you've ever heard of. There you go. There you go.
No.
Yeah, so Lake Garda is up there because it's that part of Europe we go every year. It's our yearly holiday is South Tyrol. If nobody knows what it's like, it's just picturesque Austria, northern Italy. It's in the Dolomites, it's in the mountains.
That's one place I've never ever been.
Fantastic.
Never ever been, mate.
Yeah,
and,
it's just clean. The air's amazing. Even the drive, because we fly to Munich, and we drive. Well, Dad usually drives because he's like a human sat nav. But we drive through Germany into Austria, up into.
Doesn't George Clooney have a
into
place
Italy,
there?
Sorry, yeah, I'm sure he does somewhere.
Like
Yeah,
Garda.
yeah, I'm sure
Yeah.
he does. There's all the some big names up that way. Yeah, it's quite a fancy place. But yeah, so that's up there. That's up there with mine.
My
Yeah,
second favourite place, I would definitely go for Sri Lanka.
Wow.
Really, really
Yeah.
nice. Very untouched. It is picture paradise. You know, white sandy beaches,
what are the Sri Lankan people like? Really nice.
really friendly,
Yeah.
ever so friendly. We had been on a trip to India. We same again, triangle tour.
Yeah.
Did 3 major cities, and then we flew down to Sri Lanka. Had a beach holiday. It was all part of the package, and we went to.
Is this what these things are called, by the way? Triangle.
Triangle tours,
Yeah,
package holidays,
Yeah.
And I would highly recommend if you want to see places in such a short time, but get the best of these places. I would do a triangle tour.
Yeah.
Definitely.
We'll write that in our
Yeah,
comments at the
yeah.
bottom. Yeah, triangle tour.
I've done it in the States, quite a few places, and it just gives you that idea if you fancy a week in that place to go back there as well. Anyway, yeah, when we went to Sri Lanka, we stayed at a place called Bentota. Beautiful place. Got hit by the tsunami about 4 years before. They totally got it back to how it was.
Wouldn't even notice, no.
No, you wouldn't.
No,
You
wow.
wouldn't know. And the people are so friendly. And cut along. I'll tell you a quick story. It's not a short story. We ended up looking for. I'm a bit spiritual. I like Buddhism and things like that. And there was a Buddhist temple in this village that was off the beaten track away from the tourists, and
Except for you.
except for
One
me.
away from you, was it?
No, it wasn't. And I went looking for it, and we knew the direction it was in, and we went through this village, and this guy, sort of a local, latched onto us and said, "What are you looking for? Can I help you?" Yeah, we're looking for the Buddhist temple that's in the next village. It's fine. I'll take you. And I thought, I'm a little bit dubious.
Did he go, no worries, pal. I'll take you up there now. I'll take you up there now, pal.
It was from Rotherham, by the way. Yeah, so we ended up walking through this village, and he gave us a guided tour of this. What
Fantastic.
we saw. I'm not making this up. I'm not bullshitting or anything. We're walking through this village, and we're seeing fruit bats hanging from trees. We stopped off at his mate's coconut farm, and this village is just like there's little bungalows, and it's all jungle. It is all jungle, but they've got bungalows in it, and like everybody's got a nice. Get to how I know that in a minute. This is not.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're walking through, and he's talking about his village, telling us and everything, and we get to this Buddhist temple. Anyway, I had to take my shoes off before you actually walk on the grounds there, because obviously it's sacred to them. And we're walking up the steps, and it's God knows how many degrees, burning my feet. I get to the top of the steps. We get in the temple, and he's like, "No, you've got to pray to Buddha now." So I'm on my knees praying to Buddha. And then when I came out of it, I had to give the Buddhist monk some money. Obviously, and sign a little book, say that I visited.
Yeah.
But that was a great experience for me.
Good. Yeah.
And this guy took us back through this village. He says, "Look, I'll escort you back to your hotel." And we ended up being diverted. I was like, right, this is a bit bizarre. You know, we're not going to walk into somewhere and they're all waiting with machetes and, you know, they're going to rob us or... Anyway, we ended up walking through somebody's house, and I'm like, I said to him, "This is somebody's house. They live here." No, it's fine. I know these people. Anyway, we ended up walking through this house, and it's just like mine and yours, you know, over there, the flat screen TV.
Probably not as mad as my house at the minute.
No,
with,
but
with
it's
a baby and a dog.
It's in a jungle.
Yeah.
And anyway, walk through, and we get to this lake, and there's these 2 guys with this big giant raft, and he says, "We'll get you across to your hotel on this raft." I'm not going.
I'll tell you what now, if I was with my missus now, she'd be like that. We're out back. We're gone.
She was like, no.
She was dead at the house, mate. She was gone.
Anyway, we get on this rickety raft and he's like rowing us and I'm getting bitten by mosquitoes. I thought this isn't a good idea. Anyway, we deviated off and there's like, well, our hotel's over there. No, we just want to show you something.
Yeah.
They took us to this island of monitor lizards, huge. And I'm like, right, so I got a few pictures. I thought, this is all right. And anyway, we ended up going right across, outside a hotel, to the shore, took us off. And he said, the reason I did this, he says, I'm trying to learn English. I want to be a tour guide. It's my dream job. What did you think? And I can't remember what we give him money-wise. But whatever it was, he was made up.
Yeah, I bet he was.
Loved it. And we paid his mates for taking us across. And it was just an experience like that. It could have turned disastrous.
Quite surreal as well, yeah.
It could have turned disastrous. But
I think it's them sort of tours though that they're authentic. You know what I mean? They're the sort of ones you want to pay money for.
Yeah.
You don't want to pay. I've been on tours on holiday and they're just rammed with boats and cars and tourists. You're one of the tourists, but it just don't feel right, does it?
No,
sometimes.
No, not at all. But going back to Thailand, another story, and I'm not making this up. Honestly, guys, I'm not. I can back this up. When we were in Pattaya, our holiday guide told us, whatever you do not go on jet skis, paragliders on the back of a boat, or anything like that, because the locals there will skank the tourists for money, saying they've caused damage, all this. And anyway, we ignored that.
Of course you
did. Because we saw loads of people doing it and we thought, well, what's the harm in it? Come on, And I always wanted to have a go at paragliding. So walking along the beach one day, a guy with a speedboat, he's got a board up, an A board with advertising his prices, and we said, yeah, we want to go paragliding. There's this pontoon in the middle of the sea. All right, he took us across his boat out there, and he took his wife with him as well. Anyway, I've got my rucksack, my other half's got her rucksack. It's got all her credit cards. There was must have been about £400 worth of cash in baht in it. Why I was carrying that around at the time, I do not know.
This is
anyway,
balling.
We've got onto this pontoon. Everybody that was sat on that pontoon was wearing balaclavas.
Really?
Right, and I got on there and I thought, what the hell am I doing on this? And I'm looking and they're all staring. I'm looking to see if they're carrying weapons. Next thing, they're stripping my rucksack off, my other half's rucksack. They chucked her in a life jacket, got this harness on with a parachute already out on the back, clipped her to the boat. Run. She's running on this hot mat. Boom, she's up in the air and being, 100 miles an hour, whatever. She comes back in, lands, and I thought, then next thing they're stripping me off, and this woman's got her bags. She says, I'll have your bags, like this guy's wife. Boom, she's got all of the bags. I'm like, God knows what's... And all I could think about when I was up there, I was like...
I'm getting robbed. I'm getting robbed. What's
happening to my other half? I was like, oh no. Anyway, so I'm up and I thought, are they going to land me? Am I going to drop in the sea? And they landed me perfectly back on the pontoon, on the platform. And all I remember, the mat being hot, and that was it. Boom. Stuff off, thanks. Paid the guys for doing it. And the guy took us back in the boat, and we got halfway towards the shore, and then he turned the engine off.
Oh yeah,
and
I'm out, mate. I'm out.
I'm like, oh no, what's going on? He says, I forgot to tell you, it's an extra 10 baht for bringing you. 10 baht is not. I think what is it, £5? I was like, yeah, no problem, mate.
Worries, mate.
There you go, that's fine.
20.
I've really enjoyed myself, thank you.
And
they were sound. Got back, checked my bag. Fine, everything was it. Honestly, they were spot on.
Sweet.
But I asked the question, the reason why they were wearing the balaclavas was because of the reflection of the water and stop them from getting burnt.
Fair enough.
So, but when
I don't like them. I don't like them situations though.
No, I don't.
It's a lot less. It's a lot less exotic than Thailand. But
Yeah.
I remember mine and the wife's first holiday, and we went to Turkey. Usually, like quite a classic first holiday with the missus. Like we went to Turkey, and it was just a cheap and nasty, all inclusive, like make or break sort of holiday. It turned out it was one of the best holidays we've ever had. It was absolutely brilliant. But there was a night there because it was an all inclusive holiday. You wear a band, don't you? So you know.
You do.
But we went out.
Beer. Beer.
We went out one night anyway. We were just like, I think we'd been to a few places, just like walking and walking. We found this place, like we just stopped. We had some like random crappy cocktail, like it was in a fishbowl sort of thing. We were just, so we ordered this fishbowl and it was on a menu and it didn't have a price on it. So we said to the guy, how much is this fishbowl? He said, it's 15 lira, which I don't, you know what lira is like. It's nothing, is it? The 15 lira, a few quid in it, 3 or 4 or 5 quid, I don't know. We said, well, it seemed quite cheap, for the drinks out there. We said 15 lira. He said, yeah. I said, what, 15 lira? And he's like, yeah, brilliant, yeah, okay. So we had this drink, drank it, it was rank, it was crappy little drink. Anyway, he came, put the thing on the table and it said 50 lira. And I looked at Steph looked at me, she said, no, he said 15. No, I'm not. She's pretty stubborn. She's pretty stubborn anyway. So we put 15 lira onto the little tray. Anyway, she basically said, look, just leave that and we'll go. So we put 15 lira on the tray. Both got up. Basically just said run. Just out of pure panic, just run. It's like 30 lira. Like a tenner. Yeah. She's like, run. So we just legged it for about 10 quid. But you're always worried because you're wearing this stupid all-inclusive band, aren't you? You don't know, if they're going to turn up at your hotel.
I'm not going to name the country at all because I don't want to paint any country in a bad light. And but I know when we've been on holiday, there's a lot of scams going about where you'll see a guy on a store saying, "Oh yeah, I work at your hotel. I'm your waiter. You come to my store. I give you a discount." And and there was a lot of that.
A lot of
going
people
on.
fall for it though, don't they?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think. I put number one. I'm not like you. We've not really. Even my brother lives in the Philippines. He lives in Manila actually. He's an international man of mystery. He does whatever you like him to do. He's out there. One of my best mates lives in Australia, so I've got a lot of places I could visit. My wife's family's got, she's got family all over Canada, America, Italy, everywhere. But we seem to always gravitate to Europe. I don't know. I think it's just we just love Europe. It's easy to get to. She doesn't
Europe's great, mate. I've got a lot. I mean, some of my favourite places in Europe. I mean, I love Denmark.
Yeah.
Copenhagen.
Copenhagen, brilliant. Yeah, I've been to Copenhagen.
Fantastic place.
I could definitely leave in the comments a couple of places stay in Copenhagen. I think it's especially if you're young as well. I'm not saying for older people it's not as good anyway, but it's not as good. But
Budapest.
It's very yeah. I like it. They're quite young cities, aren't they? Like vibing. They're really, I really enjoy Copenhagen. I think the best place so far, just for pure atmosphere and probably the fact we've just married. Was our honeymoon in Santorini. Fantastic. It was.
Where's that?
Santorini, Greek island.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's pretty like showy. It's like the typical Instagram Greek, Greek island. It's got all the blue tops, white buildings.
Oh, wow,
yeah.
In Mykonos like that.
I've
been there.
Yeah, we've been to Mykonos since as well, which was all equally as it was gorgeous. If you're looking just for a gorgeous, like chilled, amazing seas, warm seas, good culture, nice food.
I love
amazing.
Crete.
Yeah, Crete.
I like Crete.
I've not been to Crete, but I know it's a nice place. So I'd say Santorini's up there, up the top. I'm going to put Turkey in my list just because it's like
Turkey's nice.
Our first few holidays, and even now, I know, like I've seen a few people on
Istanbul.
Yeah, I've never been, but I would
Beautiful
like to
place.
go. Yeah,
Istanbul,
I think a lot of people got put off with all this terrorism stuff a few years ago, which I also think was a lot of BS. But no reason not to visit there. And obviously all this COVID crap, I can imagine they're really struggling out there now because most of these places that we're on about, they're purely built on tourism, aren't they? So I don't know how there must be people absolutely in dire straits at the minute with not having us come in.
Well, it's affecting everywhere.
Yeah.
It's not just affecting this country. I mean, because of the restrictions they've had in place, obviously we've got to self-isolate for 14 days. You know, if we've been X, Y, and Z place, you know, and that is putting people off. That's why we mentioned it last week on the podcast. People are resorting to buying camp vans, caravans, tents.
But it's throwing that off at the minute. I'm pretty sure after this level 4 that's going to go off this. We're doing all right. A flag's still up, Mark. Anyway,
Yeah,
flag's still up. But yeah, after this level 4 warning that Boris is going to announce this week, I'm sure end of this week, I don't even know if we can go in the UK. We're just going to be trapped again, aren't we? Stuck again. Yeah, I'm starting to get a bit fed up with it now.
I'll probably resort to sleeping in my caravan on the driveway.
I know.
By the way, I like your caravan.
Yeah, good. Yeah, you seen it. Yeah, you saw
I
it
did
at the
like
weekend.
it. Yeah, really did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my old
it's good, mate.
granddad van. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. But like was mentioned at the start, hopefully after we get rid of this crap and go back to normal. Yeah. Not the new normal.
Not the new normal.
The normal.
There is no new normal.
But yeah, so I'm going to put right down Santorini at the top. I'm going to have to say Northern Italy, South Tyrol, Austria, that region, because of sentimental and family holidays. Number 2, Mykonos. Number 3. Number 4 is going to be Norfolk, because I love Norfolk.
Oh, Norfolk's great.
Even I think I'd live in Norfolk, but it's our pretty much go-to. My wife's uncle has a holiday home there, which we've used. And then Turkey. I'm going to say Turkey. I've not travelled the world. I've not travelled the world. I've not been to the ends of the world, but I'm sure I will in my time. Yeah.
Well,
still young.
I'm going to say Thailand, Sri Lanka, India. I'm going to say Copenhagen.
Yeah, it's a good shout. It'll be in my top 10, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. And then
the Baltics, actually.
I'm going to give Malham Cove in Yorkshire, which is an amazing place.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is lovely, mate.
That's it's on the to-do list before all this. I want to think of another word other than COVID. What can we call it? I don't want to.
God knows.
Anyway, before all this COVID lot, we had a camper van tour. Not tour. We the wife booked it herself. Little stops around South Wales, down the south coast of Wales. We was going to go around the south coast, cut back through the middle. We had a camper van, like a big 6-berth camper van, but they went into administration, didn't get our money back.
Was that because of this?
Because of COVID, yeah. Didn't get our money back, so we booked it for a debit card, which is a schoolboy error anyway. And then all the camps started closing anyway, because they didn't want people there, so we missed out on it, which pretty gutted, really. We went to, where did we go? West Coast. I think we went to the west coast of Wales a few years ago, which just fell in love with Wales. It was amazing. We did like a bit of a waterfall. We went and seen about 4 or 5 different waterfalls. Made it a little mission. Yeah, made a little mission just to have a look around, which is pretty. If you haven't seen waterfalls in the UK, it's pretty stunning thing to see. It's like it's almost like seeing a deer. Everybody knows they're there, but you don't often see them, do you? It's like you see a waterfall. It's pretty magic, really.
That's why I like Malham Cove or Malham.
Yeah.
If there's a part of it called Gordy Oscar, and you walk down this path towards it, and you see like this cut out, and it's when you turn the corner and you just see this beautiful waterfall.
Yeah.
This sort of what water's just carved out this beautiful piece of like nature.
Yeah, amazing.
It's amazing, mate. I can do it, and every time it just gets me.
Mike.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I'm being told off now. Sorry, but I feel like a naughty schoolboy.
Yeah, well, make sure you do it then. But I think also mentioning holidays in the UK is just things like we've set this podcast up from walking. That's where it come about. We've done walks. We've done the Yorkshire Free Peaks and the National Free Peaks more than once. Both of them walks in between the UK mountains, which you know, it's a holiday in itself. You know,
It is.
if you like that sort of thing, some people can't think of anything worse than walking up a mountain. But it's especially if you get a few people together, get a few people that you like and you enjoy, and maybe you want to know a bit more about them. If you're walking for 12 hours solid with someone that you like yourself, that I didn't really know.
No.
You know what I mean? I knew you, but I didn't know you as a person,
and
did I?
And we learnt. I mean, there was 4
massively.
people in our group, and we learnt a lot about each other that day. And you're away from social media.
Yeah.
You know, phones, everything, because you can't get reception out there, and it's amazing. It's great.
You've got no time to pick your phone up, have you?
And that's it. And you'll just constantly talk, and
if you don't talk, you think about the blisters on your feet, don't you?
and that's what just gets you through doing a long distance walk like that. And the amount of stuff we saw quite a lot. I mean, it rained that day. Yeah, it's
almost not even an issue, is it?
No,
we met everyone. I spoke to just students. I spoke to people from South Africa. I spoke to a professional poker player. People who have, you know, people from even more so than on a building site where we both work. Is people from every background, which I just, you know, I love it. I love. Which, if you're looking for a golf holiday, I'm pretty sure not many people are going to. The COVID police aren't going to jump on you for going on a walk in the middle of nowhere, are they? Maybe they will. I don't know. Maybe I can't say that. people probably don't want you in the Lake District or the bloody but yeah, fantastic. We've had fantastic times.
If we go walking in more than groups, we'll just have to all say we were related.
Correct.
We're all cousins.
We're just travellers, aren't we?
Yeah,
travellers. There's Johnny. There's Paddy. Johnny, Patrick, Johnny, Patrick, Johnny,
and
Johnny
Michael.
And
don't forget Michael.
Michael's there as well. But yeah.
And you promised me share.
Share. Well, I was waiting till the end, actually. As it is.
Oh, well.
No, I won't. She's not here.
Damn.
She's not here. But there's our rundown, top 5. We'll put them in. We'll put them in our comments below. Mm-hmm. If people are after, you know, if people want to know some maybe hotels or something where we stayed, some recommendations of where to go, we can drop it in there. Definitely, I'm up for that. I'm up to dropping that. I think in the cases I've been, I would, you know, I'd definitely advise people to stay in the hotels we stayed at, because we've got nothing but good things to say about the places. Even though, I don't know, some of it's you make your own choices, don't you? Like we made with Turkey, we stayed in an absolute crappy hotel, but we had the best time. So,
and that's what it's all about. I'm a big believer. As long as it's clean and tidy, it might not look the best, but if it's clean, it's tidy, and the food is half decent. At the end of the day, if you're spending all your time in a hotel and you're not seeing what's round and about, what's the point in going?
No,
you know, I know that some people like doing that, like sitting by the pool, you know, snacking, and that's, you know, it doesn't pay for us to all be the same, but you know, everybody's different. But if you are travelling that distance, get off your arse and have a good look around what's about, because it's amazing what you miss.
Yeah, definitely, I agree.
And
on that note, that's our second podcast,
it is.
And second of many. Keep watching,
keep
guys. Liking, keep subscribing, and just come on and view it. Just watch it for 5 minutes if you want. I'm sure it might be enough for some people, but there you go. We're here every week.
We are. Happy days.
Yeah.
And if anybody wants us to you know, bring up a subject or want to come on and talk, tell us about yourselves, days, come on board. You
Definitely.
know, you're more than welcome. And we are social distancing here.
Social distance, we're more than a metre here.
We are more than a metre. So,
and like I said at the start, we've both washed our hands, we've both brushed our teeth, and we've both wiped our arses. So we're not going to spread it anyway, are we? We're all right.
Are we supposed to wear masks?
No. Hey, where's Boris anyway? He's not here, is he?
Where is Boris?
They don't know where we are. It's a secret location. We could be in a bunker.
Isn't there something on the news that he's actually struggling to pay sort of his skint at the minute? What's all that come about? I don't know.
It could be anything.
No.
The according to social media, the royal family are aliens, aren't they? And a few other people.
Well, I've always believed that.
Yeah, well, there you go. Anything's possible.
We're going to get deplatformed soon. Why not?
Yeah. They've got to listen to us, the deplatform. It's another view, Mark. It's all right. Anyway,
Oh, dear.
there you go. I've drank it, but cheers again, Mark.
Cheers, mate.
Nice
All
one.
the best. Thank you, Matt.